So about a week ago, YouTube decided to remove the dislike button, which still baffles me as to why they would do that. And also, they removed my favorite feature, having the red and green lightsabers, or health bars, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, I think a couple days ago I decided to take a break from Wizard101, and I started playing Genshin Impact. As I was playing, I started to realize that, damn, I'm thinking about Wizard101. When I take a shower, Wizard101. When I go to sleep, like a shitty 3 a.m. jump scare, Wizard101 in my dreams. It was as if it was a moral epiphany. So today, we're just gonna talk about some confusing things that I found in Wizard101. So one of the things that I found weird in Wizard101, and I've been playing for 12 years or so, is that you can't store gold into your bank, and then transfer that gold to your other characters, which many players do have. In all the MMOs that I've ever played, that includes RuneScape, Roblox, Gaia Online, especially RuneScape, you can trade gold for gold, item for item, pound for pound, hell, blood for blood. But somehow, in Wizard101, things are done much more differently. Unlike the gold standard of other MMOs, Wizard101 does things a lot more differently. The only currency that you can trade with other players is in the form of treasure cards. Which is kinda ironic because not all the treasure cards in Wizard101 is worth their salt, or weight for that matter. A lot of the treasure cards are worth practically nothing, but only one card holds value, to players I mean, and that's Empowers. Yes, this one card basically makes up the Wizard101 black market. I mean, you can also argue about other cards as well, such as Elucidate or Simplify, but they're really, really rare these days. So for the lack of gold, the only way players can actually, get gold is to exchange in powers so that they can sell that treasure card, because it's actually worth a lot. But I just find it so confusing and interesting at the same time that players go out of their way to find alternative methods to make gold, and to transfer them, when there's actually one simple solution that will make everybody happy, basically. Unless you're counting the Empower black market, which is just the ability to transfer gold, either by trading with other players or just putting it into your bank as storage. It's pretty much a simple solution which could, I guess, kill the Empower black market for goods and services, but I think it would be a good and necessary change. It's like if we were in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, but trading cards were like the only form of currency you have. And money means nothing. It's just crazy to think that you could store everything from snacks to reagents and even a fucking 7-colored rainbow. And yet you can't store this one simple thing, which is the reason why people use banks in the first place. Now, another thing that really confuses me is plants. More specifically, why is it that every time you go to your house and then you take care of their needs, they have to spin around? Now, I wouldn't mind if they spin around like a fucking record player for all they want, but the fact of the matter is, they always lag the game. I just don't really understand what causes it. I feel like this bug has been going on ever since the introduction to gardening, and there hasn't really been anything done about it. This one is actually from my own perspective, but I don't understand why KingZao doesn't allow mod support. This one's a bit controversial, but I think there's a lot of benefits to it. For one thing, you could basically have keybinds, or something to do with enhancing the graphics with a filter of some kind. There's so many small changes that can be made, and yet we don't have these things yet. Again, I understand it has to do with like copyright and copyright infringement, but the thing is, they're not selling a product or doing anything of the sort. Many mod authors that I know of, they actually do it because they love the game. Personally, I just don't understand why gaming companies, or any company for that matter, doesn't reach out to people that are so much more talented, and even willing to do it for free. Well, I mean, at the very least, you should credit them. Alrighty, I think that does it for this video. Was there anything that you found confusing in Wizard101 or any other game that you play? Comment down below, I'd love to hear about it. And if you're new, like always, subscribing is just a click away. But with that, take care, and I'll see you guys.